I am so excited to share this stuff with you guys. I have found so many freaking hidden gems at the drugstore. I would say the majority of these you've probably overlooked at the drugstore. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. I have put all of them on today and they are some of my absolute favorites. So let's dive in. Let me grab my coffee. Got my little Disney World mug. All right, so you're gonna get to see all of these applied to my face because I want you to see what they actually look like when you're using them. So let's start with this product that I feel like the first few times I tried it a couple months ago, I was like, okay, like I like it. But the more I've used it, the more I've loved it. So it is the Revlon Rose Glow Face Gloss. This is supposed to be kind of a lumizing, hydrating primer. So today I used it just as the first layer on my skin above like my sunscreen and stuff. And it just adds this slightest bit of glow. But what I love about it is it's not so overpowering that any foundation you put on top of it is just gonna be like super glowy. I feel like it's just the right amount. So even if you're someone that you want your skin to look maybe slightly glowy, but not overly so, you're gonna love this. And you can totally mix this with more mattifying foundations to add that little glow factor too. So if you didn't wanna do it in two separate steps, you could mix some. It looks just as beautiful. And bonus points for the cute packaging. I feel like that's really pretty. It is so freaking rainy here today. Like it is dark and I love it. Okay, this one is so good. It's from Physicians Formula. It is their Butter Believe It foundation and concealer. I'm honestly just now looking at the fact that it says and concealer. I feel like it has enough coverage that it does kind of conceal like the under eye and stuff, but I mean, I still use a concealer on top. This just makes my skin look perfect. It covers everything I want it to cover. It looks kind of satiny and pretty. It's not overly matte, but it's not overly glowy. I feel like it looks really pretty on top of the Revlon Rose Glow Face Gloss I was just talking about. And it wears nicely throughout the day. I don't feel like this is finicky where I feel like, oh, I have to have this perfect, pore filling mattifying primer and I need this powder. This wears so nicely on my skin. I do have more normal to dry skin. It's just like the perfect foundation. Good amount of coverage, great finish, and it wears well. All right, this one's kind of a stretch because I feel like there are pockets of YouTube that love this. So if you're like in the YouTube beauty world and you watch a lot of videos, you've probably heard of this. But I feel like in the general drugstore, like it's kind of overlooked. This is the Wet n Wild Incognito Concealer. I didn't want to try this initially. I don't know why. I just thought I'm probably not gonna like it, but boy was I wrong. This has the perfect amount of medium coverage. I feel like it doesn't sink into my lines a crazy amount. I don't feel like I need to set it. I didn't put any powder on my under eye today. And it's just pretty. I wear the shade light beige and I just find that it blends in easily with your fingers, with the sponge, with the brush. It wears nicely throughout the day. So I wanted to mention it here because I just think it's an all-around really good daily concealer. You know what I mean? All right, let's talk about this lip product. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This has been out now for a while, and I feel like when it initially launched, people were trying it and talking about it, myself included, and then it's just kind of died down. But you know what? It's pretty much the only liquid lipstick I like and that I wear. I was at a wedding a while ago, and this is what I was wearing, this product. It lasted all night long. I did not need to touch it up at all. It looked amazing. I just couldn't believe it. It didn't look crazy dry. And of course it stays in place. There's something magical about this formula where it kind of feels, I always say sticky and I feel like maybe tacky is the right word. I don't mean sticky like the wind blows and your hair gets stuck to it. It really is more just like tacky, but I think that tackiness is what, I have it on my teeth. Oh my gosh, how long has that been there? Probably since you started filming, Jess. Thanks guys for not telling me. So I just think that tackiness factor is what makes it so that it can stay comfortable and still look hydrated, but stay in place and last a really long time. So I love it. The color I'm wearing right now is Lover. And then my favorite red is the shade 118 Dancers. And doesn't it look wet? And it's not. Like no transfer. That's like from the inner part of my lip. It's incredible. If you have not tried it and you've been looking for like a long wearing thing, please just try it. Just give it a try. I think the first day you wear it, you'll be like, I get it, I love it, thank you so much. You're welcome ahead of time. Okay, this one's a newer discovery, but I literally was like, Jessica, it's too new, you can't mention it, but I don't care, I'm mentioning it anyway because it's that good. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's their Wow Brow. Now, sometimes with their newer launches, You can't find them in store right away, so you might need to look online, like on e.l.f.'s website. This, okay, I have been loving the Benefit Gimme Brow for a hot minute. This is better. It's so much better. And I'm just like blown away. And I think the reason it's better is this is the kind of day, you know? Now I have a wet spot. Yesterday we were in the car and I had like a full water bottle and I picked it up to drink it and it just slipped out of my hands and the entire water bottle just spilled all over me. It was so much fun. So it has this tiny little wand and it puts the color into your brows, but it's not overwhelmingly pigmented. I feel like I have so much flexibility and time to brush it through my brows, wipe a little bit off. Like it's never overpowering. Like it is what I've been looking for. Because even with the Benefit Gimme Brow, I love that stuff, but I do feel like sometimes like I put one swipe too many and that area of the brow is way too dark. I never have had that problem in the week that I've been trying this. I haven't had that problem and it's just so easy to use. I love the way it looks, like blown away. I do have a dupes video coming in a few weeks and some of the dupes that I found for like my favorite high-end makeup are better. This would be one that is better than the high-end counterpart. So stay tuned, subscribe if you are new. Maybe this is the first video you've watched of me. Hi, I'm Jessica, welcome in. I hope you subscribe because I have a lot of exciting drugstore videos coming up very, very soon. You're not gonna wanna miss. Okay, shameless plug over. Okay, this is the entire reason I made this video. The entire reason, this was the inspo for it. It is this Flower Beauty Day Glow Highlighting Glaze. When I tried this a few weeks ago, I was like, what is this beautiful celestial product that I have in my hands? It's a cream highlighter, but it really is more of like a luminizer, like it kind of adds like a wet looking glow. Wet's not the right word, but I have it on today. I always apply this with my fingers. I found that that works the best. So if you're someone that doesn't like to apply with your fingers, you might not like this product, but I'll just tap a little bit on my cheekbones, maybe even a little bit onto my brow bone. And it gives this gorgeous low key model off duty glow. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had no makeup on my face and all I did was my brows and this, I feel like that's like a supermodel, like off duty. They've got their shades on, you know, but they did their brows and their highlight. This is what would give that just like gorgeous, I'm only 18, ridiculously healthy glow. Everyone that's not 18 is like, I know what you mean. I feel like I look back at pictures of myself at 18, I'm like, oh, Jessie girl, you have no idea how good your skin was looking great. I mean, I'm proud of my skin today too, but you know what I mean. This stuff is the freaking bomb. The highlight stays all day. I feel like it looks natural. When the sun hits it, it looks nice. Like it doesn't, oh my God, it's perfect, you guys, it's perfect. Again, I'm pretty sure this is a newer release from Flower Beauty. You might have to get it online. I'm telling you, it might be worth adding to your cart. It is just truly beautiful. This is one you're probably, if you've seen a couple of my other videos, you might not be surprised to hear me mention the Essence The Blush. These are the bomb. I finally bought another shade. So the original one I fell in love with is in Befitting. So it's just a classic powder blush. It has this nice satin finish, but the wear time on this is incredible as well. It stays all day. It stays all day. I feel like you can put on one layer of it, if you will, and it looks beautiful. You could build it up, but you really don't need to. It's got a nice punch as it is. But I just recently bought the shade Bespoke, and it's definitely more of like a bronzery shade. So if you are into like a super glowy, peachy shade, this might be the one for you. And this is very similar to like the Bare Minerals Blonzer. One of you guys messaged me about this one, and thank you so much because you are not wrong. So I bought mine on Ulta's website. Again, a lot of times you can find these in store. If you have a Meijer near you, they sell Essence, and I've seen these there as well. They're so good. It could not be darker outside. I have to go get footage of how rainy it is right now. It is so rainy. Excuse me, did I disturb your slumber, Pinocchio? He says, yes, you did. He loves rainy days. Also, I'm burning a candle. It's the Eucalyptus Mint one from Bath & Body Works. It is truly one of my favorite scents. And I haven't burnt one in a couple years, I feel like, and just smelling it now, I'm like, oh. Next product from CoverGirl. This is their Exhibitionist Cream, like liquid shadow. I have it in the shade number 2, and it is the most beautiful liquid glitter, if you will, that you can put on your eyes. I hope you guys can hear this storm. I'll get a little bit on my finger and tap it on my lid over virtually any eyeshadow look. It stays amazingly. I get absolutely no glitter fallout, whereas like if you're using a loose pigment that has glitter or just a straight up glitter, a lot of times you're gonna get a little bit of fallout. I don't experience that at all with this, and it's so pretty. I feel like this is one of those things that every time I put this on, I always get asked, what do you have on your eyes? That's so pretty. I really like your eyeshadow. I'm like, my goodness, thank you. This is my favorite powder. It just is. I have a lot of, okay, I guess I shouldn't say favorite. I have a lot that I like, but this is the one I'm always reaching for, and it's from L'Oreal. It's the Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. This and the L'Oreal one and the red one, that's for more oily skin. So if you're more oily, I definitely recommend that one. It's awesome. I love this one for everyone else because, and myself included, it adds just a little bit of coverage. It holds my makeup in place. It looks really pretty on the skin. I think the term creamy powder foundation is perfect for this. That's exactly how it feels. Like, I just feel like my skin likes it. I usually just concentrate it in my T-zone unless I'm wearing something like lower coverage where I want a little bit more coverage on my cheeks, then I'll use this there. But it just does such a great job for someone with normal to dry skin. So I wanted to mention it because it really is one of my favorites. And I feel like a lot of people talk about the one in the red packaging, which like I said, really good. I just like this one better. It could just be a skin type thing, but you know. All right, I was gonna do 10 products. I think we're gonna do 11, so just bear with me. This next one is from Maybelline. It is their Nudes of New York palette. I don't think that this is like the greatest palette. Like when you swatch it, I was swatching like the shimmers and I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be like the level of like a lot of other palettes that have the most ridiculous shimmers. If you're like me, that you just want something really easy to blend that always looks kind of seamless together, you would love this. And that's why I love it and why I find myself reaching for it a lot. My favorite look and the look I did today is I took the shade Creator and I just quickly buffed it into my crease. And when I'm in a hurry, I'll just do that and call it a day for the eyeshadow. But then I'll typically take Dreamer and put this shimmer all over the lid. It's so beautiful. Once that's blended together, I like Self Starter just in the outer corner, just to darken it a bit. It blends really easily. And then if I have the time, I'll take Originator and just tap it on the center of the lid. That's usually it, but I just love this palette. If you want a neutrals palette that's got a good mix of shimmers and mattes, that's easy to blend, you don't have to be a makeup artist to make it work, I think you'd really like this. That's why I personally like it. There's not really a single shade in here that I wouldn't reach for, you know what I mean? Like the one I would probably reach for the least would be this deep, like kind of maroon, but generally like all of these are useful to me. All right, next one is from Revlon. It's the So Fierce Big Bad Lash. I have a lot of mascaras from the drugstore I love, so this is just one of them, but it's definitely the one I feel like I haven't heard the most about, which is why I'm including it in this video. This is kind of intimidating. If you look at the wand, like I'm like, oh, okay, like it's kind of almost looks like a sloppy wand. Like you're gonna put it on and everything's gonna be everywhere. But I find that it holds the curl incredibly. It really separates the lashes pretty well. But the magic with this one happens after the second coat. So I'll put on the first coat, I will literally let it almost dry, then I go in with the second coat, and that's when it really pushes my lashes up. It really holds them in place. This is definitely one though that like when you feel it, you can feel the mascara. Does it really matter like who's going around like touching people's lashes? I don't know anyone that does that. But it is something to note, like I can definitely feel it, but I feel like that is why it holds that curl so well, you know? So I wanted to mention it. It's just an all-around good mascara. That's everything. I'm gonna be honest, I have 5 other products pulled that I could talk about, but I'm like, save it for another video. I'll definitely do another video like this very soon. It's already on my to film list because I just feel like, you know, a lot of us, I'm guilty of it too here on YouTube or on TikTok or Instagram, wherever, tend to talk about a lot of the same products because they might be newer launches or they're really hyped up and we wanna try them. But there are definitely a lot of products out there that are just as good that just maybe don't have the hype behind them right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, please subscribe, like this video, comment below. It helps me out. It helps share this video with other people. And if you are subscribed and you want to be notified anytime I upload a new video, like I said, I've got a lot of drugstore dupe videos coming up. Definitely hit that bell down below and turn on those notifications. That will let you know right away when a new upload is live. And thank you so much for watching. I'd love to say hey to you over on my Instagram. It is at It's Jessica Braun. I'm also It's Jessica Braun over on my TikTok. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.